Now, when you say clean,
Hello, hello, hello. It is Saturday. It is the first of the month, and it is time for our weekly Pathfinder adventures into the Magambia campus in the Mwangi Expanse. So, we know who I am. I am Azzy, Zario Blackheart, and I play Amelia. We are missing a person, but let's sound off. Who do we have? I think we have a Gortys and a Corvin.
Indeed.
yep, we are missing our teddy bear.
We are missing the teddy bear. We also have an observer today. I'm not going to require they say hello unless they want to, but they have not quite. They're going to be observing our game. Now, today we actually thought the game was going to be canceled. I actually almost got caught, with my pants somewhere else because I was literally doing something else until I got the message, hey, we're actually playing. Oh, okay, so here we are. So as I stated in my stream on Thursday, if you tuned in, we're trying something new. We are now live on Twitch and YouTube on these games. So as always, I'm gonna restate these rules. If you're in our chat on Twitch, it's 18 plus chat. We keep this clean. We do not speak politics. We do not speak religion. We do not speak anything other than fun stuff. You will be censored. You have been warned. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are gonna like jump at me in my comments for saying those things. Oh, we also don't talk sports. No. 3 subjects that will start a fight every time. So we're here for fun stuff. We're here for positive vibes. We're here for adventures.
The only sports that gets talked about is blitzball.
You know what? Fair. I will totally allow blitzball, and we have our DM. We are only waiting on our resident teddy bear, or Poppet, if we go by Pathfinder's official racial guidelines. So, what news do we bring regarding the session last week? There was a very wholesome session last week. No fighting, actually, and we had maybe one person in our party who just would not allow it to be a wholesome session. Looking at Corvin.
Listen, something always goes wrong.
No,
Something always goes.
this is the one time nothing was going wrong. Like, this is the one time we were able to actually enjoy like being ourselves. Like, why would you want something to go wrong? It was so cute. And it was so amazing to
Cute.
actually. It was so
Hey, Patches.
wholesome.
Hello, Patches. And
Oh
you never know what dice the DM is rolling behind the screen.
no, we don't. But the DM actually said nothing was going wrong today. We have Sir Wobbles. Is Sir Wobbles here? Sir Wobbles, please sound off.
Hello. Sorry for being late.
It's okay. We were all late today. I'm just catching
Then I
up.
apologize for nothing.
No, you apologize for something because, you know, you were late to my stream and we love your intros. So, we're gonna leave it at that. Anyway, we love hearing the puppet talk to us. Once again, just to remind players, we did lose Imarin. Imarin returned to Alkenstar. I believe I said that right. Checks DM for
Correct.
Imarin returned to Alkenstar. Family emergency. We may see her in the future, but as of this moment, she is disposed. So it will be Amelia, Orvin, Lourdes, or Wobbles, and 2 others if I can convince them to actually get involved looking at our observer. So
If they will actually ever poke me to help with their character sheets. Hint, hint.
Nudge, nudge.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Also, as I said to our observer, feel free to chime in whenever you like. You can ask questions. This is a friendly chat. No one is going to knock you for not knowing what's going on. Okay?
I will.
No, the teddy bear is not going to knock you for not knowing what's going on.
That's okay, it's a teddy bear. We could just put duct tape around its muzzle.
I mean, I'm just going to say that just because one of our pyromancers, that doesn't mean there's other people who don't know how to use fire.
That's true.
Okay, I will stop making my mean face on this stream now. Okay, so, any other news in our near future? Anybody else aside from me enjoy the wholesome session last week?
Apparently not.
Did he even let me finish my answer? Goddamn.
Go ahead, floor is yours.
I liked it just fine.
See
And
that?
for trying to pin all the blame on me, who was the one that suggested that Spooter be Spooter?
While
Did she
simultaneously,
drop her little fake form?
while simultaneously in the background, just hinting that something bad was going to happen.
Something bad did happen.
What
We
you
had to
talk-
go fishing again.
How was that a bad thing? I'm good at fishing.
I mean, you are now. This is the great fishing school, remember?
I'm very good at fishing. I have caught every fish that I have fished so far, so I am very good at this.
Have you
AoE
caught
and a
them
fish
with-
does not count.
Have you-
What do you
Was
mean
about
it
to
doesn't
say.
count? Of course it counts. The objective is to catch the fish. It doesn't care how.
See, I've heard of spear fishing. I've heard of fishing rods. I've heard of using nets. I haven't heard of being the harbinger of doom to the aquatic ecosystem.
Please stop using torturous trauma on and haunting him on fish, please.
Stop making us go fishing, DM!
I think
Well,
the best-
everyone else liked it.
I think Azzy just likes
Wobble.
killing things.
Why?
Wobbles got slapped by a trout one
what-
time.
what, what do you
And
mean?
now Wobbles hates fish.
It only
Look,
takes the one time.
look,
Listen,
look,
Wobbles is
look,
what?
look. I did nothing to the fish. All the fish
Mhm.
were alive when I caught them. I did not kill anything.
I feel like the fact that a lot of them just floated to the surface signified that they were not, in fact, alive.
Oh, they were very alive because the spells I used were non-lethal. Hint.
Hmm. Yeah, but being up that far, suffocation winds up happening.
It was still in the water. They were fine. Up until I pulled them out. So, I mean, I could have just had you drown the druid instead.
Wow. Wow, rude.
Hey, that
Druids will remember this.
that druid mean mugged me, and he totally deserved to be pulled backwards through the water. Okay.
And said I
I
had a
mean,
nice
to be
civilized
fair, you caught a
conversation.
druid.
To be fair, the druid shouldn't have been swimming so close. But the daughter was nicer, so.
Oh, goodbye!
It's the AFK timer kick. Danny down there.
Oh, okay.
Let me remind them about that. But yeah, so they might not be at the keyboard. So but yeah, so point being is that the daughter druid lived. We did not get to catch the wife, but the dad
I
totally.
mean, do we know that there is a wife?
I don't know. Maybe there was some, fisherman who dragged the wife through the water backwards. Who knows?
Joke's on you.
I
The wife
hate y'all.
decided to fly home.
The wife was the
He was the
smart
sensible of the two. Shifted into a crane and flew home.
one. Or a flying fish, the one that fly on the surface of the water.
I feel like that would be a bad idea. That's just a great way to get a fucking goddamn eagle to eat you.
Or someone to cast Haunting Him because they see you a lot easier.
Maybe she swam off with a very fine marlin or something.
Or got eaten by a barracuda and left 200 eggs behind.
Listen, either way,
God
it's a
damn.
very fishy situation.
Only one person caught that reference.
Don't touch the butt.
I think we all got the reference.
Okay. I think I'm done. Enough jokes. Are we ready to start? If we're ready to start, I'm gonna give the floor and the mic over to the DM, and we're gonna.
Yes, I
Yes.
just remembered I have to log into this game.
That might be important.
Wobbles.exe has stopped working.
Okay.
I really do wish the old map hadn't borked.
Yeah, it was much prettier.
It was much prettier.
I don't know why it broke either. That's the stupid thing. Because I have all the other maps that are like.
I think this was the
For
only one
this.
with like new lighting and stuff implemented on it.
That was what broke
Yeah.
it. The new lighting broke it.
Well, and it had animations and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That was switched. The floor is now yours, DM.
So, the last time you were here, we did a secret birthday surprise for one of the NPCs. Everyone enjoyed helping the children prepare for the surprise and enjoyed some delicious cake and ice cream. The cake being giant isopods. Everyone got to mingle and get to know each other better. It was great, and nothing bad happened.
How many hidden
Unless you were a
dice do you
fish.
roll?
After everything was put away and cleaned, the students did as normal in a school, and the whole Megambia Academy is abuzz with the first masking. all of the older students are giving advice to the younger students on what to wear, how to dress, um, how to present their masks and make their masks. And overall, everyone is extremely excited over this ceremony. The first masking, as I remind both players and the people out in space, um, is the first time that the students will go from initiates to attendants, um, which is people that have been welcomed into the School of Magambia officially. Um, and they're crafting a mask that will be something that they are known as and for throughout their career at Magambia. So it is very, very, very important thing. Essie, who had taken the players aside earlier, is busy with the other students designing, making mask ideas, um, and designing clothing with the other students. Um, she and others are sitting in the dormitory, talking about the uh, the things that they want to wear to the ceremony. Habram is one of the few exceptions, as he is out in the quad, seemingly preparing some sort of contraption. It is a new day. Please reset, take a long rest and reset all of your spell slots, and make sure that you have done that.
Do we dream a dream of shit gone south?
Of course. Let me just,
Head to the line, even.
Well, yeah, you had to remind me, but also...
There you go. There's the one thing that you wanted to go bad to happen.
Doesn't count.
It definitely counts.
Roll me will saves.
Oh.
Oh, it counts.
Gortys, you're Gucci.
Oh.
Corvin,
To be fair, I
toss-
hadn't used spells yesterday.
yeah, well, yeah, that's true. You toss and you turn, and in your waking dreams, you are in the forest. Your dreams are much more clear than they had ever been. And you hear this thundering, pulsing call pull you ever closer and closer to this huge ruin in Mwangi. All you see are other insects crawling towards this place. And as you get closer and closer, this sound, this call starts beating heavier and heavier and heavier, like a drum, like a war drum. And once you get to the ruins, you look up and you see this huge ruined gate, all lit up in bright, malevolent red magic. And around them you see people in red robes, banging drums and doing a ritual. And as you get close enough to it, you can feel the static charge in the air of the magic. And you hear a rumbling, baritone voice. I will be free of my prison. Jatembe will pay for my imprisonment. And so will the Mwangi expanse. And as that booming voice echoes in the back of your skull, you wake up in a cold sweat.
Side question.
Yes.
I'm assuming all this was, again, through the eyes of an insect.
Yes.
You said there were red-robed individuals. You said the gate and all that. I'm assuming all of the individuals were obscured enough, like hoods or something to that effect.
Yeah, they had robes
Okay.
that covered pretty much all of their body.
All right. There are no like signifying tells of that could be used to identify the area a little easier.
From what you see in your, actually no, roll me a recall knowledge at a +5.
What is it for recall knowledge again?
It depends on the skill that you're using. Hold on, let me look at it. Nature. I need nature or society, whichever one. Because if you're identifying it by plants, then nature. If you're identifying it by the ruins, then society.
Nope, don't know shit.
Well, shit. You think, perhaps, maybe it is one of the many, many ruins out in the forest from the previous era. After, you know, the hurricane exploded into the coast on the Sodden Lands. And maybe that's where it's from. You're not sure.
Saying there's a chance.
As a sidebar, you do have a +5 in academia.
Would that have been better for it?
I mean, you could
Because it said
roll.
society or nature.
Well, yeah, society would be like who owned the ruins, and nature would be like telling that from the plants. But if you wanted to roll to figure it out later, based on studying or any sort of academic thing, you could roll that.
Yeah, I'll have him go take a little book dive at some point later.
Yeah.
DM,
Yes.
what does he need to roll to not pee his pants?
Fortitude.
Yeah.
Do it.
Why?
Do it, coward.
Oh, well, you've thoroughly pissed the bed. Not only do you wake up in a cold sweat, but you find that you have wet yourself. The resonating boom of that voice and seeing a bunch of cultists trying to like summon it forth and empower it is terrifying to you.
I'll have something to
So
haunt
much so,
Cthulhu with later.
so much so that you whoopsie doodle your poor self. Luckily, prestidigitation exists, and nobody has to know your shame.
Well, now I have something to haunt Cthulhu with in a bit.
Fun! Traumatize everybody!
Yep. What goes around, my bald friend.
Okay. It's my turn.
Yes.
We are doing more rune experiments, this time on my own sword.
Fun.
Gonna see that same rune crafter.
Okay, it's still gonna be the same amount of gold as last time, about 10.
Okay. But this time we're gonna do that Vorpal rune.
Oh, fun!
on my gunblade.
Did she just say gunblade?
Yes,
I have a gunblade.
yes. Actually, that rune is extremely fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Anything Vorpal has in any setting.
How are you getting the money to get that rune? Because the bloodletting one, the wounding one, is pretty easy to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting the Vorpal one?
A loan from Dad.
He give you 15,000 GP?
Well, considering this is furthering my education.
You wanna try that again?
Daddy Servage is giving her a small loan of 1,500 gold.
You wanna try that again?
She's his favorite daughter.
I haven't gotten any fucking letters requesting that.
Aw, damn.
Well, I didn't know how fucking long it took. I was asking you about that.
You didn't ask me about shit.
I needed to know how much it costed, and I asked you about a letter before. Another one before.
You didn't explain the contents of it, nor did you write one.
Okay, then we'll do it later.
Is this Icely, her dad, talking?
No.
You know what? Fuck it. Through a fucking goddamn fucking sending stone. Yeah. Yes. The long and the short of it is Lord Servage tells you, no, I am not giving you 15,000 GP for a Vorpal rune. No. You want to earn the money? Help people around the Megambia. And then he turns off the sending stone.
I've been helping people since I've been here. No one has paid me. Hint, hint, DM. Hint, hint. Stipends that we have not been getting. Anyway.
No, you got your first month stipend. You only get it once a month.
How long have we been here?
3 weeks?
About 3 weeks.
Oh. Anyway.
Anyway, so
We'll put
what
the
rune are
other
you
one.
using?
Let me see what I actually have. I'm gonna get that Vorpal rune.
In 3 months.
Shut up.
Yeah, probably. Probably longer.
15,000.
Yeah, let's do the same one. The woman one. Make people bleed.
Alright.
And that
Let me
was
fucking find it again. Ugh. There we go.
I mean, if it's the same kind of sword, you can just copy it from my inventory, right?
It's a gunblade. It's considerably
Wow.
different.
Well, could you copy the rune details from it?
Oh yeah, the rune's the same. It's just the blade makes it a little bit more expensive. What do they call this gun sword? Oh, it's just called gun sword.
yeah.
All right. It's relatively cheap. Probably it's around the same as a fucking decently made longsword. It's 13 gold, so I'm gonna up the price to around 20 GP.
Okay.
Right. Gun sword. Not gun blade, but gun sword.
Shh.
Yeah.
Look somewhere else, Square Enix. We got gun swords. Don't worry about it.
Oh, minus.
You see someone off in the distance yelling, "I have the power," and then they actually pull the trigger on the hilt.
Too
Blow
much
their
power.
fucking arm off.
Exactly.
Okay. What was the details on this thing? I need to find it again.
What, the Rune of Wounding?
Yeah.
They are set. Weapons with wounding runes are said to thirst for blood. When you hit a creature with wounding weapon, you deal an extra d6 persistent bleed.
Wounding. On strike.
You have to roll a DC 15 flat check to recover from persistent damage. Once it succeeds, the condition ends. But a person can be afflicted with persistent damage over and over again. So,
What's the DC?
get fucked.
That one more time. Roll the DC what?
DC 15. DC 15 flat check.
Excuse me. And the bleed effect stacks.
It can, yes. But over time, I think it's like over the course of like a minute in combat, fire burns out, blood clots, and the like, and GM determines when this occurs, but it usually takes 1 minute. Still, having persistent bleed is persistent any damage is ass.
And there it is. So gun sword of wounding. That's all now.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add properties? I just put it in.
You can, but it costs extra monies.
No, I mean on the description. I was trying to add like. Text.
Oh yes, I do believe you can.
I was trying to add text to it.
Inventory.
There it is. Details. Details. There it is. There it is. Is it a striking room? No. Cozy room? No. Precious material? No. Specific magic weapon. Did this last time.
Custom damage is what it would be.
It's on damage. Doesn't have a bleed option. Oh,
it would be wounding.
I see it now. Six. 1.
I'm gonna put your thing up here. Bleed. There.
Oh, there it is. I put it in the wrong place.
I mean, you could put the description in that wounding, but you know.
I did.
Either works.
Okay. No save. Oh. Go. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy.
Yeah. Don't forget to save that so it, you know.
Oh, I saved it. Oh, I saved it.
Okay. So what is everyone else doing?
Gorgeous is getting himself jacked up on coffee, and he is going to head to the kitchen.
All right.
Corbin's making a note or two. Ah, it happened.
Fuck me.
First one of the night.
I will
He's
get
just
the
gonna-
last.
He's gonna make like a note or two here and there about the fact that those fuckers had. What was it? Just like pure red robes, or did they
Your
have,
blood
like,
red robes.
so no symbology or anything, or inlays or any of that horseshit on them, just fabric.
Nope, just completely red.
So we'll make a note about that. Would slight sidebar back to that? Would there have been like any audible chanting that could have been made out?
You can, like I said before, you can tell that there was chanting going on because of
didn't
the
know
way
what.
the magic vibrated, but you don't know exactly what because everything was just so
Chaotic.
much. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Other than making a few notes and like stowing them away with the rest of his shit, he's gonna come out and pull a Gortys and fucking inhale coffee as quickly as he can. obviously looking a little bit more haggard than he had the other day. He pretty much swapped off with Gortys on that ship. So the dark circles are a little bit more prominent. A little bit more of an air of talk life about him today.
Fun.
Yeah, right there.
Wobbles comes out of his room with a piece of paper and also looks just a bit, well, as tired as he could look as a teddy bear.
Yeah, right there, Wobbles.
I've been really thinking about this mask thing since it's so important, and I don't know what I want. I've been trying to draw up an idea, but this is all I came up with. And he shows it to Gortys, and it's just a mask of a teddy bear, his own face.
Fucking called it.
What's your favorite animal?
Bear?
I don't know why I expected a different answer.
It's supposed to mean something, but I don't know.
Like, to anyone that's seen the gif of Robert Downey Jr., just kind of like it has internally screaming, his eyes just start getting wider there for a second. That's Corbin for like 3 seconds during that.
I'm sure we'll figure it out as things progress.
Okay. Corbin, you look like you could use a mask.
That's a fucking mood.
You okay?
No.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
Just gonna very
another nightmare
pointedly look
thing?
at Gortys and slowly nod.
Oh, one of those nights.
Mm-hmm. I think we need to go have a chat with Takulu at some point.
Okay. I'm sure Amelia will want to be there too.
Amelia looks up when she hears her name.
More nightmare bullshit.
Are you about to flashbang our teacher again?
Heavily considering it.
I'd say fucking do it. It's kind of funny. Okay, it's not really that funny.
It's
Has she?
it's unironically one of the few things that makes me feel like I have any power in this scenario.
It's a little funny.
Yeah.
So, do you want to come with, or are you busy?
We should probably grab something from the kitchen first.
Right. Honey does do the brain good.
And I prefer
Everyone
not
is
to.
going towards the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finish your thing. Are you joining Amelia?
Huh? What did I miss? I had a phone call from someone, family member, who just wanted to ask me about a old show that used to come on. Anyway, interrupted my stream.
Everyone's going towards the kitchen. Are you joining?
Yeah, Wobbles also asked if you were coming along when we go to talk to Kulu afterward.
Sure.
Onward.
Wait. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
Nope. I could switch the things back. There.
Well, she's sitting next to somebody, and she kind of looks over at him, and she asks him just straight up, "See you tonight."
You know it, dollface.
I am going to slap you, I swear. And then
If I
she
hear Dollface one more time, I'll slap him for you.
she basically just kisses him on the cheek and goes off.
He looks a little bit better than what he did, but he's still, you could tell he's having sleepless nights.
Mhm.
Okay, now to the kitchen. And then I must yeet people to the kitchen.
I immediately go for the coffee.
You have never tasted coffee this good in your life. You're not sure if it's because you're fucking exhausted, or if because you just needed something warm and strong tasting to get your mind clear. But this coffee is exceptionally good today.
I'm grabbing the coffee, and I'm my own coffee, and I'm approaching Labusi.
Amelia
Lucy is where she normally is with her assistant cooking.
Amelia collects her vials and asks the usual question, but then adds something to it. Do you know?
No?
Do you know how I can make 15,000 gold quick?
Lamusi like kind of stops for a minute and slowly turns to look at Amelia. Did you lose a bet?
No.
Gordis is off to the side, just kind of listening to this.
No.
You don't sound certain of that.
I did not lose a bet. This is actually the one time my father said no to me. So I'm trying to do something, but it costs that much, and it's a goal, and I'm very curious about this. I want to see it work, but it costs 15,000
Okay.
gold to get it set, and I don't have.
What is this goal?
She explains how she's been studying that book about how to use evil magic for good deeds, and came across that room.
What beast are you planning on fighting with that?
A tyrant, and left it at that.
Well, that is as good a way as any to significantly cut down anything's life, so I suppose that works.
It's the tyrant, I should
quickest-
say.
Ah, she raises her eyebrow a little bit and kind of like cants her head. Well, if you're looking for that kind of money, the Tempest Sun mages usually have things that people need to do that most won't. You know what Tempest Sun does, right?
I vaguely remember. I think we did a mission for them.
They are the defenders of the Megambia. So if they feel like something is a danger, it's most likely guaranteed that it is. If you need money, though, they're willing to pay pretty much anyone who's willing to go into the more dangerous missions.
Hmm. Who's the contact?
They are extremely dangerous. Let me grab NPC. Whee! They can be found. Let me look at the Megambia fucking map. Where's the other dormitory? They can be found in the sun dormitory.
I should have guessed that.
Because duh.
Mhm.
They can be found in the sun dormitory, and it's not just one leader, but there are multiple.
Okay. I guess that's a start. Yeah. And she looks at everybody else.
What is everyone else doing?
Tending to my goddamn coffee.
I was waiting till this little I need 15,000 GP explanation was finished. Before I was going to ask Lamusi, do you remember that thing I described to you last night?
Yes.
Is it possible I could try doing that now?
You can attempt when you want, but I will require you to restock what you have taken.
I kind of figured that's how this was going to go.
More welcome to it. Just don't blow up my kitchen.
How would I blow up? Never mind. What do you need?
We're in a
What do
She
you need?
opens her mouth as if to say, like, you don't want to know.
Amelia's kind of looking at him like we're in a magic school and you're asking how.
In a kitchen?
Kind of shakes her head and walks to the side of the table she normally sits at and watches everybody else eat.
Okay, congratulations, Gortys. You succeed in your endeavors. You don't just succeed, you overachieve by 6.
Well, tonight's achievement is I invented fucking lobster rolls.
Congratulations.
Ooh.
The entire kitchen smells fucking delicious.
And damn right,
Wobbles
it's going to be shared.
Wobbles even stops mid honey bite.
Amelia
What?
just. What?
What is that?
Oh, just something came to mind last night.
Can I try it?
I mean, everybody can.
He wobbles, puts it in his mouth, just chews for a bit. You know, makes the usual mess. But he's also just making sounds like he is just loving it.
Amelia is prestidigitation and everything Wobbles is making a mess on.
Corvin, you gotta try this.
He like blinks a few times, snaps out of it, and walks over. Is like, wait, what? What am I trying?
Here, don't ask questions. And Wobbles puts something in his mouth, just stuffs it into his mouth.
He looks very perturbed at what has just transpired, but he chews.
Love it.
Going to pretend that didn't happen,
I won't.
but
I won't let you forget
It
it didn't.
was-
It didn't happen.
What you think? What you think? What you think?
not bad.
He got 6. So he got a 6 critical. What do you think?
I said not bad.
But it is made with giant isopods instead of lobsters. So when would you like me to restock?
flour. I will need butter. I will need some more isopods. Okay, I have a question. Is this the lobster rolls that have cheese in it or no?
No.
Okay. That will be all that I need you to restock. So,
What do you
if you
need
could
it?
hand those
Sorry.
sometimes within the next week.
Okay.
Do I get to catch more of those things?
Yes. Hey, Wobbles, want to come catch giant isopods? Take that as a no.
I think you lost him to the honey.
The
He
bear
dipped one of
has
them into the honey, and now he's just lost in it.
lost literally in the sauce.
Head first in the jar, just little fluffy legs dangling up in the air.
Amelia will probably take the whole jar of honey with her to carry him to class.
Lamusi just looks at you like, Leave the honey jar here.
But we have to show this to Takula. It might make him laugh.
He's gonna need it after what I'm about to show him.
That is very ominous.
Oh,
She
I
looks at
fucking wish
Gortys
it
and
wasn't.
goes, she just looks at Gortys and goes, add honey to that list. And continues cooking.
Honey, flour.
Butter, isopods. Probably seasonings for it.
Don't worry, I will protect you from the giant insects that will be making these hives you have to get the honey from.
You know, I wasn't gonna say giant bees, but you know, now that Amelia said something.
It's now canon.
Yeah.
How
Well,
big are you making them bees?
Well, considering that everything that we have seen so far has been giant, including the silverfish, so yes.
I mean, bees, giant bees are like the size of horses.
Horses.
They take up nests in abandoned buildings.
This is gonna be fun.
Hey, Lamusi, do you know if the general store has saddles?
Why?
Never mind, we'll get to it when we get there.
Normally, I would say I would pay to see what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna need that gold, so no.
All right, where to next?
I believe you wanted to go see Takulu, and she's still holding the jar with Wobble's like feet dangling out of it, apparently.
Chugging my
Ooh,
fucking
get
coffee.
The auditorium.
Corbin wastes no fucking time.
Before you
Goes
flash,
up.
no, she me like shoves past him before he flashbangs him. goes, Mr. Ott, Professor Ott, we need help. And just like shows the wobbles in the jar to.
Takulu looks up from his studies and kind of like turns and raises an eyebrow and is like, "What? How?"
We need to get the help.
He like juts his hands forward to like motion to give him the bear. And like it's just looking at Wobbles like, "How the are you okay?" He gently grabs Wobbles and slowly tries to pull him out of the jar.
I'm just looking to see if Wobbles.
He has no issue, but it's just long and stringy and sticky.
Why are you in the honey jar?
Because there was no jam around?
One moment.
Take your time. You don't need to immerse yourself in the entire honey pot.
Well, I didn't have to, but that's what happened.
He prestidigitates Wobbles clean, but he still smells overwhelmingly like honey, and just prestidigitates the jar from being like extremely sticky and hands it back to Wobbles. Please don't jump into the honey jar. You will leave the entire Magambia sticky with honey.
Okay.
To be fair, that'd be a better outcome than what's possibly coming.
Oh, wait. We're here. You're Takulu, so that means. Oh no! And he puts his head back into the jar
What are you talking?
before Corbin could flashbang him.
It's just like, what? No, stop!
Amelia is belly laughing right now. Oh.
What is going on?
Just he acts like he just heard someone say flashbang out.
Oh no! That jar is firmly on your head now.
Please
Does Corvin deploy it though?
Not immediately. He's just gonna say, you might want to sit down.
Why?
This one's worse than the last.
Oh no. He takes a rag from his pocket and starts wiping the immediate perspiration that comes from his bald head. And
As he starts wiping, he's already fucking basically willing it into existence around him.
Takulu acts like he's being, like, the way he squirms and, like, flinches at everything that goes on, he acts like he's being poked and stung by a million fucking insects.
Wait. I have to go get another witness of this. And she runs out and goes, knocks on Kuride's door.
Yes!
Need you to see something next door, please.
Can't tell if it's the teddy bear he's trying to show or the trauma.
Unless it's something that has to do with etymology, or some sort of new disease breaking out, or God forbid somebody let out the antlions again. I'm not interested.
It has to do with our friend that you were incubating, so.
God damn it. And she just gets up, she just walks over, walks past, walks back up the stairs again, and sits and immediately gets fucking flashbanged by
And because
everything.
we discussed it that one time, there's also the audio aspect.
She's like assaulted immediately by the chanting, the war drums, and both Takulu and Korede visibly, they're shaken too when they hear the booming voice of the king of Red Ants.
And I'm gonna need fortitude saves from both of them.
I'm gonna automatically tell you they kind of like Korede like has to lean against the library shelf in order to not faint. And Takulu is just like 1,000 yards staring into the middle distance.
I'm still gonna need those rolls. Do it.
I am not.
Do it, coward.
Alright, fine. I mean, what is your fortitude? What is their fortitude? What is your fortitude? Rest in piss, Korede.
Corey's just standing there like, well, to be fair, you didn't ask for a warning the next time.
Um, roll 1d20 plus 9. Okay, he good. She doesn't relieve herself, but she does like faint and lay against the bookcase.
Uh, that was almost worth it. And Amelia is like trying to fan her right now while they explain.
Takulu manages to keep himself like mildly composed, but he's still kind of staring off in the middle distance for a minute until the voice ceases and the illusions go away, and it takes him about a good 2 or 3 minutes to like relieve himself of the shaken condition.
Corbin just kind of.
Before
Sorry.
before he kind of shakily stands up and wipes his now profusely sweating head and face.
Still think that the Magambia being covered in honey is the least of our problem, or the most of our problems.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
back, sorry.
Hi, back. There's been trauma.
What happened?
This is bad. This is very, very bad. Oh, this is very, 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 very bad.
Any books that you have that may even give an inkling of a hint towards where that is, I would very much like to see.
Actually, funnily enough, that's part of what I've been researching. And he pulls up, he like ushers you over to his desk, and pulls up this massive work area where there's just maps and books and scrolls and all sorts of things. Are y'all ready to be flashbanged with knowledge?
Well, Amelia is asking, look, besides that, how do we identify the cultists if we don't know who they are?
Well, this might help, because it does mention specifically the cultists here.
Okay. And
Flashbang us.
she kind of looks at Corriday and like pulls up a chair for her and like kind of leaves her there and moves over.
So, I was looking into some history around Utembe and the doorway to the Red Star, and it came up multiple times in passing in several books, so I've been cross-referencing it. And from what I can tell, he pulls out there's like 5 maps that he's overlaid on top of each other, like trailing like different descriptions back and forth. He said, so far, the closest I've gotten is that the doorway of the Red Star lays north of Lake Okata. Specifically, and he pulls out the map and he circles it. Specifically here, where... Sorry, I'm about to say...
Bless you.
Bless you.
Ugh!
Is the map like a topographic one, or?
It's several maps. So there's like a topographic one, there's like an old cartography map, and some other things. Turns out Lake Okata is an actual lake, and I'm dumb. Okay.
Oh, so I guess the question would be like based off of what he could have seen in the dream.
I'm not
No.
done. I have to find the map so I can show you.
Okay.
Precisely where that is. Because most of the maps that I have gotten, Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have that? Awesome. So I'm gonna put this map in the gaming one is the interactive one.
Hmm.
Let me know when you're all looking at it.
I am. Okay. Interactive map. Okay.
Got it up.
Okay. It
Yeah.
is here. I wish I could point. You know where Jaha is? It is midway
Yes.
up that river, next out like to that
Ah.
branch before you get to Jaha.
See it.
And he circles it in red ink. And he said, for everything I can find, it points to that as being the location of the doorway to the Red Star. Now, here's where this gets a little upsetting. Obviously, you know that the King of Biting Ants, or the King of Red Ants, is an old adversary to the Megambia. And he was thought long sealed away, which turned out to be incorrect. But, from what I am hearing, old Mage Chitembe himself was said to have sealed him away with his magic warriors. The doorway to the Red Star, if it is as you have portrayed in your dream illusions, what you are seeing is a courtyard made up of 4 cathedrals intersecting. And that is where you will find the gate. What you describe as these, what I see as these cultists, are described as wearing pure red robes, and something about their robes makes it so that you cannot see who is inside. There's some sort of obscuring magic going on with the robes, so you might be able to use detect magic to tell whether these robes are enchanted.
He looks at her glasses. Convenient.
I will say there are several Senge tribes that shelter in this area. They don't go inside, because obviously the magic in there is not great. And there are apparently Magi Guardians known as Lobane to keep outsiders away from the doorway to the Red Star. And if that's the case, then that means these people have been hurt or run off. They are the descendants of the 10 magic warriors. So if what you say is happening currently, these people will need our help.
Mila
On
raises
top
her
of
hand.
that, yes,
Is Chitembe known to have any children?
well, he did have a wife, and I assume they had children. But if that is the case, he and his wife hid those children very well. Their names are lost to time.
And we understand that his wife is living in Gambia, correct?
Yes, Natambu.
Mm-hmm.
You should pay her a visit. One time.
Perhaps. There's something else. I see mentions of Akaton and Ashok, but there's no clarification. And there's a red ring made of stone that looks an awful lot like the gate, but it I'm unable to find anything else. That's where all of my leads go dead.
Wait,
I'm sure there was more information, but whatever we had has been destroyed.
Are any of the, like when you say all of it has been destroyed, pages
There,
ripped out or everything incinerated or
what I mean is, it alludes to the information very vaguely, and I have to cross-reference multiple books from different branches of the Megambia in order to piece just this together. It seems like the information was purposefully obfuscated and then separated out throughout the Megambia, and it is proving very difficult to bring all of that information back together.
if you have anything that has been separated from the original texts, I may be able to have an idea of who it was that did it, possibly.
Well, he takes several books over and puts them on top of the map, and they are. One of them is titled on uh, interplanetary transportation and the history of Galarian and its gates. The other one is um, extraplanar stones and how to use them in enchanting and alchemical processes. Um, and one of them is ruins of the Mwangi Expanse, a primer. And I'm gonna have you do 2 rolls. I'm gonna have you do a perception and a, let me fucking exit out of that.
David, hi.
Perception and a society roll.
After I do both of those, the thing I was intending to do afterwards was to try and utilize psychometric assessment.
Okay, well that will work. All 3 of these will probably come in handy and help you better off. Hey Amal, we're in the middle of a game. You wanna listen and, enjoy the shenanigans, you're more than welcome.
So do you just want me to go down the list with those rolls?
Yes.
So perception. What was the other one?
And
Nothing. Perception.
help
Never
with
mind.
society.
Do you want to aid him in society?
I will aid him in society.
Okay, you get a +1 circumstance bonus to your roll in society, so that gives you a +2.
21.
Nice. And then your last roll.
The psychometric assessment, it's as your bare hands are touching an object in which you detected psychometric resonance, which it doesn't specify how you detect that.
I'm just gonna have you do it the Hellboy way, because that's funnier for me.
You spend 1 minute concentrating on the object to get a vision of the face of the person who imbued the item with such emotion in the first place. If the associated emotion is painfully negative, you might take D6 mental damage as determined by the GM. I'm gonna try and. These are the pieces that were messed up.
Yeah, these are you have 3 books, you have 3 rolls.
Okay, so
You need, wait, does it say you need rolls?
It doesn't specify rolls. Let me see if is there where I can paste this in there. There.
Okay. It doesn't say you need rolls, so I'm gonna forego the roll until, you might take damage, depending.
Okay.
Okay. So for society, you recognize. Actually, I might also have you roll Arcana or Occultism, your choice.
We'll help with that too.
That might be another part of this, but for your society roll, you notice that this kind of breaking up of knowledge and disseminating it has happened in Katapesh before. It has happened during times of warfare, when people needed to disperse knowledge amongst each other without being caught. This typically happens among slaves, because unfortunately, Katapesh is a big slaver nation, and tends to be ways they communicate for rebellions. So you have some idea of what might be going on here. But roll your occultism or arcana, whichever one. You have the same. Yeah.
Also,
So you notice, as something Takulu probably missed, you notice that they keep mentioning specific occult words and phrases when they're describing the gateway to the Red Star. Like certain repeated things said over and over again, as if it's part of a chant.
Alright.
Which may clarify what those people are saying.
Are there any spare pieces of parchment laying around? Anything to write with?
His table is scattered. It kind of reminds you of Zuma's office, kind of a little bit right now.
Gotcha.
Because it's just scattered with papers.
If there's a spare piece that like he hasn't gotten to yet, going to grab that. If there's anything to write with, he is going to
There is, yeah.
start jotting down the words that keep bearing repetition. He's going to add to it as he's kind of like, he's not saying those words aloud because realistically those words bear power.
Yeah.
But he's going to be rambling on about the dissemination of the information like you were talking about, trying to piece a lot of it together, seeing if there's anything that Takulu can chime in with from what he's gotten.
Takulu nods and says, "Yeah, that does make sense. If we're trying to, if we're thinking of old man Chitembe and his warriors, if he wanted to keep this a secret so that people didn't go snooping, or so that prospective cultists didn't, activate something accidentally, but still have the information intact in case someone should ever need to go there and finish the job that he apparently was not able to complete, then it stands to reason that he would trust it to be disseminated amongst the bows of the Magambia. That does make sense. What are you writing?" Takulu notices that you're writing things down now and is like staring at the paper intently.
Some of the keywords in this keep bearing repetition. And he's just gonna say, bear with me on this, and he's going to try and manifest specifically the bits that were being chanted and see if he can correlate which of those words fall where.
As you manifest the chanting, you can pick out the phrase. As you listen, you can pick out the phrase, the words and phrases being repeated in your chant, and you notice it's an activation ritual.
What?
This is an activation key, probably for the doorway.
He is fucking relaying that right the fuck out. Boom.
Oh, boy.
Takulu kind of looks up at you and like his eyes go wide and he wipes the perspiration off his head again and goes, "Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. That's very not good."
The question is, how the hell do we handle it?
Obviously there's something missing, or else the gateway would have activated by now if they had a complete chant. So we're missing something for the activation of this gateway. But I don't know exactly what.
There's nothing else in it that bears like the same level of repetition, the same patterns or anything of that sort.
It mentions in this book, the one he was talking about when it talks about interplanetary gateways and Avalon, that there are specific stones used in creating gateways to cross cosmic distances. And that these stones have the ability to both be a transmitter and a beacon. But I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Mhm.
At all.
So it's possible that the chant is just the beginning step, allowing for the rest of the lunch to be orchestrated a little bit more personally, but they don't have a means to step through yet.
That means we still have time. Good.
Question.
Oh. Hmm.
This is Amelia's question.
Yes.
What happened to the egg?
It's still in Koriday's possession. It hasn't hatched yet. It's gotten bigger, but that's about it.
The egg got bigger.
Yes.
That's normal.
Given the circumstances concerning,
Considering that that's technically how eggs get when they incubate, yes. And I fear, and Koriday's suspicions may be correct, that the bigger it gets, the closer it is to hatching. I don't know what happens when it hatches.
Yet, didn't we discover some correlation?
Koriday's...
I got a friend calling me, so I'll be right back.
Right, take your time. Well, yes. It is somehow connected to the King of Biting Ants, but we're not entirely sure how. Zuma has a hunch. If you wish to talk to him about it, you can. But I'm not entirely sure, and I hate I'm going to be saying this. I agree with him, but I'm not sure I like the fact that I agree with him.
before we do that, can I try something very, very stupid?
You haven't touched the things yet, either.
Oh, alright.
So, as you hold them for a minute at a time, you feel panic. This energy that you're getting from it, you can hear the shakiness of a female voice. You get feedback from her panic. She's desperate. You get the feeling that she knows something awful is about to happen. And she's desperate and panicked and fearful. And you can almost hear her start to heave sobs as she hides these books, originally in the Tree Stump Library.
Based on the voice and what is being picked up, is there... I imagine this is a bit of a stretch, but anything familiar about the person? Alright.
These books are old. You are probably picking up an ancient memory or psychometric resonance from the time of after the Earthfall.
Gotcha. I was just curious because there are some rather long-lived individuals around.
Oh yeah, no, there are, but you are not familiar with this person.
All right.
At least not enough to know what their voice sounds like.
Is that just the first book?
It is the first book, and as you pick up the second, you get more of the same.
So it's basically leaning towards the possibility that some of the things might be found within the Tree Stump Library. Maybe.
Yes.
He will relay that much, and there is a very morbid curiosity kind of scratching at him as he says, I feel like it can only go poorly trying to, but would I, as much of a risk as it would be, I would like to see if there's anything that I can pick up in regards to the egg and anyone who might have been handling it or anything of that sort. He kind
You want
of
to touch the egg again?
You
he
sh-
didn't use that last time on the egg.
Are you
He's kind of
That's-
looking back in the direction of Wobbles as he's saying that.
and Amelia is immediately looking at Corday like, are you sure that's a good idea?
Going to like pause for a moment. It might give some insight as to what happened in regards to someone's parent.
It also might get you, I don't know, possessed?
Are we back to IC?
Hmm?
Oh, is this a IC conversation or?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
As much as I'm aware that interacting with the egg has gotten these nightmares, as much as I am reluctant to do many things with the egg, unfortunately, we are however many steps behind these cultists that are trying to bring this fucking thing through. Unfortunately, we will need to take risks to try and catch up.
She kind of blinks at him, thinking about the history of Ustalov and whispering away and hearing these same conversations with other people. Like, you've never been to Ustalov, have you?
No.
These only end one way, and they do not end in the way that you think.
Wobbles
I
pulls
never
his head
pursued-
out of the jar and joins in the conversation. But I like this idea. And we have something that people in Ustalov don't have that might help Corvin. We have a turban.
No.
Yes.
Amelia continues like, oh.
Was it ever specified on an IC level what the turban actually does?
Yes, it protects you from mental intrusion.
Okay, I just thought that was like an OOC thing that was mentioned at the time. It's
It-
possible that that could help,
Amelia,
depending on what. Sorry, go ahead.
no, so Amelia just kind of folds both of her arms and like, if you get possessed, I am going to stab you many times.
I feel like that's a given.
With my sword and yours. I will also pull the trigger many times.
You're
not considering an exorcist?
No, I'm not.
Alternatively,
Do you
seeing
think
as
you
this
can
thing
afford an
can't-
exorcist at this point?
I feel like this is arrogant of me to say this, but this is the one shred of optimism that I have on this. If the only means it has to get into this world presently is a bumbling bunch of fucking cultists that don't have the complete right and larger than life insects, I feel like I'm not its type.
Larger than life insects that we have had trouble with, but okay. Let's
I'm
go
not
with
saying
that.
that we haven't had trouble with them.
Yeah, they haven't caused really anything yet besides some ecological weirdness.
All that I'm suggesting is a single risk on my part to see if we can get anything to aid us in this.
As I said, if you get possessed, I will stab you many times and pull the trigger many times. You know
I
nothing.
think
It's only because you have never been to Usalov and know nothing about the Whispering Way do I not stress this any further. How bad of an idea this is.
He's going to look to Kulu and just kind of lift a brow as if he's silently asking his opinion.
I think it's a bad idea. The I cannot suggest any student do anything that could hurt them or wind up with them being possessed. I cannot in good conscience allow you to do such a thing. It is extremely dangerous, foolhardy, and there have been far stronger mentally prepared people than you that have fallen prey to more mundane things.
But do they have the turban?
They have many much more powerful things than just a turban.
More powerful than the turban? Whoa. But, mm, the honey-coated teddy bear looks defeated.
Amelia is going to find a way to make a sending mirror into a hand mirror in her that she can carry with her.
I will say this. Risks are going to happen. We are going to wind up hurt far more than from fighting bugs by the end of this.
I am very well aware, but you are not prepared for such a thing. You are still young initiates.
But the longer we wait, the longer I have to... My dad and...
I understand you want to carry on your father's legacy, but he will not have a legacy if you die.
Amelia looks at the silent goblin.
there any particular way we need to prepare?
I would suggest having your friends aid you if you are still intent on trying this. But I strongly caution you to not.
Are there any groups or instructors here that have a knowledge of potential possessions and how to shorten the duration of aforementioned possessions should they occur?
Or we can just, not do the thing that's going to get us possessed to begin with, but sure.
I'd have to agree with Initiate.
Better to be
Amelia.
prepared just in case.
Are you really intent on doing this?
I won't do it right this second, but at least I would like for it to remain a consideration of a way we could get information that we do not have.
Yes, maybe later on we can prepare something so we can give it a try.
Preferably before that egg hatches and whatever the hell's inside of it raises hell on a lot of us.
Takulu relents and goes, well, as a last resort, I will do such. But, I would prefer we try everything else before it comes to that. Right now, Koride has the egg in something that is akin to a reverse incubator. Um, it applies cold to the egg, forcing it into dormancy. So at least that buys us time.
15,000 gold, and I can get something that will cut that egg in half, and we'll be done with it. You're just saying that to herself at this point.
No.
Sorry.
What you do is up to you, but I strongly advise you to wait.
Can we at least go see Zuma first and see what he has discovered?
Yes.
Mhm.
I figured that's what we were doing.
Okay, so Zuma is in his office. It's eerily clean. But he has all of these corkboards set up with like red strings tied to everything, and books upon books upon books upon books. That he's like littered through and put pins in and put sticky notes on and cross-reference stuff. He has gone more ham than Takulu. And he doesn't even notice that you're in his office until one of you bumps into something in his office. At which point...
Which one of us bumps into it?
Donald, roll me a fucking dex check.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Everybody.
While it's cleaner than usual, it's still cluttered full of shit.
Do we all need to do this? Or...
Everybody.
Yes. Everybody roll me a dex check.
So reflexes.
Yes. Reflex.
Reflex.
Well, we know who bumped into it. Two people bumped into it.
All of us.
So Gortys and Amelia bump into several stacks of book that go tumbling to the ground. And Zuma spins around with wide eyes. And for a minute you think that his eyes are as huge as saucer plates, and then realize he's wearing spectacles. Very big magical spectacles. And he clicks the lenses away and goes, "Oh! The initiates! Oh, I was hoping one of you would come by. Did Takulu send you?" "No matter, it's fine. So, I'm assuming you're here about your little egg problem."
Yeah, that.
I
wouldn't call it
unfortunately
little.
have an answer.
Huh?
I unfortunately have an answer.
Okay.
You're not going to like this. It appears that this egg acts like a phylactery. So, when Jatembe defeated this evil sorcerer thing, it apparently had a contingency plan, and that was it.
So, are we dealing with some kind of lich?
Honestly, I am uncertain. Everything that I've researched and that me and Takulu have looked into describes this as a mage of great power whose body is a swarm of ants. Like, just a swarm of ants. I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't be
Answering
the
all the
first
questions before I answer.
It wouldn't be the first time something transmutative went wrong. Look at fucking Stone Ghost.
Well, Yes, but also, that also implies that it is able to function without a body. So
So,
that's bad, but it's considerably weaker without a body, as most things are. Have you fought ghosts?
I
You don't look like you
stone
fought
ghosts.
hold on. I have to roll on that one because Ustalav and undead
Yeah,
shit.
that's true. Roll me in occultism.
Same roll.
Surprisingly, you have not fought ghosts.
But she knows about him.
She knows very much about them.
Hmm.
And he looks at all of you and goes, never mind, it doesn't look like you've ever fought ghosts. So, the problem being is, if this egg acts like a phylactery, then that means that this man, thing, ant, creature has put this into motion centuries before Magambia was ever started.
Sounds like he has a big lead on us then.
Do you know how terrifying that is? He says with a weird smile on his face.
And Amelia just kind of nods. Yes, I know exactly how terrifying that is. Like, in her, like, thick Ustalavian accent. Like,
So,
while wearing
I
the
would like
banner
to-
of Ustalav on her back. Like,
I would like to say that while this does sound like dire news, it does mean that he's weak. He requires others to do things. Because, at least this is my guess, because whenever a lich or any sort of creature like that vacates its body and needs to reincarnate itself via a phylactery or bring itself back via phylactery, it generally needs help to do so. Like, that's the reason why liches and demi-liches and things like that have followers. One, to protect their phylacteries, and two, to assist them in their rebirth. And I surmise that this is no different, and that this egg was intended to be in the hands of whatever goons this thing man has in order to incubate it safely. It just so happened one of the Magambia had this artifact fall into their hands.
You mean my dad?
Your dad found that?
Uh-huh. And he had it sent here.
Your dad just single-handedly saved the planet, and I would love to thank him. Where is this man?
Don't know. He's probably still out there. Being chased by whoever.
You know, I surmise that possibly that may be correct. Because, oh man, and he grabs this huge fucking book, slams it on the table, flips the pages, and there's like these detailed pictures of like this cult. And Corvin, see these pictures and you know exactly that these are the exact motherfuckers you saw in your vision.
when he manifested that, we would all have seen that, correct?
Yes. So, Zuma points to this and goes, these people are dangerous. Not only are they incredibly powerful mages in their own right, but they are zealots. I haven't been able to find a lot of information on them, but everything that I have seen recorded has these people as incredibly dangerous. Not only do they command swarms of insects, but their magic is potent. And they all seem to have some sort of connection to each other, like a weird hive mind.
Like that tattoo that you gave us?
Yes, but significantly worse and that controls other people.
Oh.
I'm
At
sorry.
least that is my guess, because they seem to be incredibly coordinated. I mean, this is centuries of cross-referencing over centuries-long documents and things like that, so it might be a little conjecture on my end, but they are unusually coordinated for different disparate peoples brought into a fold by one megalomaniacal swarm of ants.
This sounds so familiar.
I mean, having your patron whispering in your ear sweet nothings doesn't exactly say that they're not getting direction at the same time.
Would any
So-
of us? Sorry, go ahead.
So Zuma kind of like tilts his head to the side and goes, "So, whatever it is that they are, or whoever commands them, is very good at reaching over vast distances. Because they've been recorded as far over as Geb."
Yep, immediately looks at Corvin. You want to do the thing on him?
I'm already on it. Already on it. He,
Are you flashbanging Zuma?
Yes, he is. If there's anyone that can withstand just getting flashbanged by it, it feels like it's this person.
Poor guy.
Fortitude
No.
save.
The chanting, all the insects, the four cathedrals and everything, and the fucking gateway and the voice.
Zuma barely holds it together, but not out of fear.
Fucking excited.
As soon as you show all of this happening, he almost vibrates himself apart with excitement, runs off for a minute to grab something, plunks down this tripod, and starts like rolling this like fucking
Fucking
crank.
recording it.
He's recording it. He's recording every fucking moment of this.
My guy brought out the camcorder.
And he like records the entire thing, making sure that it's not interrupted and catching everything in frame. And as
Like a
soon
fly
as
flies through, interrupts the frame. He's like, shit, do it again.
yeah, pretty much. And once you're done, he pops out the roll of film and puts it in like this round case, sets it aside, marks like a whole bunch of data. He's like, "You have no idea how important this is, and how incredibly detailed this is about like rites of a cult, chants, their congregation methods, and give me a minute." And the voice of this man has never been recorded before. And Zuma is excited as shit. So he starts cross-referencing further and pulls out a paper that has like parts of the chant in it. And it's been filled in by Zuma because you can see corrections in red ink. And he slaps it on the table and like he's like, "I have a copy. I have like 15 copies of this. Here, take it." And he hands the copy of the incantation that you know to be an activation key.
Is there
And he goes,
anything off about this version of it? Or is it precise?
From what you can tell, it is filled in the gaps and corrected syntax.
Does that provide
It makes
any
it
more
more accurate.
clarification?
It makes it more accurate.
So Etta mentioned that he has 15 copies of this.
Yes.
Mia looks at him and goes, "Are those copies secure?"
Yes. Very secure. I dare anyone to try and find them because I'm the only one that knows how to navigate this chaotic mess.
Clearly.
She like looks around the room.
He has a point there.
I would suggest door locks. We did kind of
Oh,
just
don't worry.
walk in.
When I am not in my office, it is locked up tighter than anything. Sure, somebody might be able to walk in, but they might not ever walk out.
Okay. She's not even questioning it.
I will be right back. I have to help my dad real quick.
And with that, we'll take a small break.
We will take a small break.
How's everyone enjoying the show?
Switching
Somebody
channel.
cue the Jeopardy music.
No, we're not queuing the Jeopardy music. We're queuing other music.
Do.
Gonna get a refill.
So,
Just kind of playing
Our-
a game with myself of how many times I can flashbang to Kulu.
I mean, this would be number 3, right?
I think.
I'm just trying to see how many times you can flashbang every instructor we have.
Listen, they need to be equally as traumatized as we are.
Well,
Every time Timberland traumatizes you, he just gives you another weapon.
Pretty much.
I don't know what you're talking about, Corbin. I am fine. I don't have nightmares.
The moment that Corvin brought up trying to touch the egg, it was like you had a non-flashback.
From something completely different that is
Trauma's
also
trauma.
that is also exactly the same.
Trauma begets trauma begets trauma.
Hurt people hurt people. Yes, we get it.
Yes.
Okay. Corbin will also get to meet meet my father now. I will let him explain how bad of an idea what you suggested is.
But my dad likes bad ideas. They usually lead to good ones.
Mine doesn't. We've been fighting a very bad idea for centuries. So-
Well, has your dad saved the world?
Yes, he has.
Nuh-uh.
And still saving the world.
That's saving the world in progress. Doesn't count.
I mean, if we stop fighting, the world can get destroyed and you can save it.
My dad could totally handle whatever's trying to destroy the world.
Oh, this thing is so much worse than your little egg friend.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Nuh-uh.
I'm sorry, who was your daddy and what does he do?
He saves the world, apparently. He's a great archaeologist, and he's handled more threats to the world than anyone ever.
I'm sorry, what is your dad again?
Okay, I'm back. What's going on? I heard yelling when I came in the room.
For having my dad's better than your dad.
Dear God.
Amelia asks him, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Well, who's your daddy and what does he do?
My daddy is Ludwig Savage, Lord of Caliphas. He does a lot, like continuing to save the world while we're off gallivanting with eggs and bad ideas.
Corvin's just off in a corner looking at both of them like the equivalent of silently saying, listen, you're both pretty.
Your dads are both pretty.
Mine used to be
Yeah.
pretty.
Well, I was gonna say for Luvic, taking a fucking basically a high-powered magic rifle to the face does things to people.
And somehow he still has that sauce. Like,
Oh wow. Oh
Look,
wow, the
Luvic-
goblins in the back going, I made lobster rolls.
Look, Luvic is the Riz King, alright?
pretty
He has been for millennia.
much.
Torvin's just off the side going, we get it. Your dads are cool. Mine's a cunt.
Anyway, so Zuma happily claps his hands, puts the film reel aside, and goes, "Oh, don't worry. I'm going to share this with Takulu so that maybe we could pick it apart and figure out exactly what they are attempting to do, why, and how it bears with this whole fiasco."
Oh, I think that's
I'm
on
sure
point.
he's not going to be extremely happy about doing that, but it's important that we figure out every detail, because even the most minute, small, tiny piece can be overlooked and it could have catastrophic consequences.
Oh, I think you
One
should
thing-
really do that again. I think you should really do that and make sure Corday is there as well.
Good idea. She might be able to give us some interesting tidbits of knowledge about how the insects in this thing are acting and how it's strange for their ecology.
Corbin's doing that thing like he's lifting a finger, like he's about to talk. His mouth's like opening to say the first word, and he thinks better of it. Finger goes back down, mouth shuts again. He's just like, I'm gonna let this happen.
Amelia just kind of looks at him. Let this happen. Like,
So apart from this, Zuma kind of scratches his head and goes, "Other than that, I am uncertain what else I can possibly give you. As I haven't been able to find concrete information about these culty types. As I said, it's centuries-old depictions at this point, and, well, not a lot of them are very great."
oh, Amelia just has a epiphany about a book that they did retrieve from that library that she borrowed and has been studying from.
Yeah? Want to share with the class?
So she looks at him. What kind of things are we talking? Like the exact kind of spell?
The exact kind of spell, the ritual, what kicked off their following, things like that. They're helpful in understanding cult behavior and how they form, and more importantly, how to combat them.
So something along the lines of using that evil magic for something good.
Well, yes, I suppose. Hey, Azuma kind of like narrows his eyes at you and goes, "What are you thinking?"
I'm thinking I need to read another book. Like a bit more carefully. And then she explains how in one of the assignments they retrieved this book and she borrowed it from Takulu as it had been studying from it like nightly.
Do you mind having a study partner with that book?
No?
Oh, good. Let me know when you intend on studying it next, and we shall have a, I don't know, tea party over it.
Can I bring a third person?
Sure. The more the merrier. The more people know about this cult and how to fight it, the better equipped people will be.
Gears are
Also,
already turning.
you might want to bring something that will help with dealing with and absolving mental stress, because cults are hardly very nice things to study.
Oh, that's perfect because there is actually somebody who will need just that. Although,
good.
OOC question.
Yes.
She grew up around cults, so would this even bother her?
This
her whole city is like being under siege by this fucking cult. Like,
I mean, it will bother her because it'll bother her because it is under siege for like they're attacking her people, her family, her country, and they're turning people that she knows and probably cares about into cultists. Like, for that person,
right.
she would absolutely be furious over that.
Well, that part I'm talking about, but he says like mental stress and things like that. Like, would she even be stressed about this because she's dealing with it for so long?
I don't know if rage counts as stress, but
If a sunset bite.
Do you want the fucking half vampire to be raging when this happens?
I mean, the parallels between the two people are really striking. So, you know.
I mean, she did have a rage fit just a moment ago when he wanted to get possessed by the goddamn egg, so. Yeah.
That's rage. Okay, she definitely inherited her fucking demeanor from her dad. But yeah, no. So, he invites you and whoever else you decide to invite.
We know who she's inviting, let's be real.
Yeah, to make it a tea time.
Okay.
As an aside, whenever all three of you are studying like this, you get a +3 to your rolls.
This will be happening nightly, just want you to know.
Oh, good.
Because now it's really important. She was just looking for different ways to fight the Whispering Way. Now she's like, okay, so I have to fight these assholes and these assholes. Got it. And these assholes are going to prevent me from graduating. Got it. Like.
So, after you have this conversation, Zuma straightens the spectacles on his nose and sighs and goes, as far as that, though, that is pretty much as I've gotten. Like I said before, it's hard to find information on these guys. They're very secretive.
Really?
I had meant to ask this question, but would any of us have any inkling of an idea what type of creature would use a insect egg like a phylactery?
I'm not even sure, to be honest. Cause
definitely sounds
like
some kind of lich.
I'm sorry, but the King of Biting Ants is like a unique enemy, and I have never in the history of my existence, reading through Pathfinder, found a creature that's entire body was just ants. Like,
Well,
the only thing I can think of is a swarm of ants, and those aren't sentient. So,
Congrats, you've got creative liberties.
I mean, I had it pop into my head like, is this like a thing that happens in general in some places, or no?
Be very peculiar
For
to
what,
be the
cults?
only instance in life for this kind of being to exist.
This definitely feels like a lich.
Yeah.
I mean, from everything that I'm getting, reading about this big bad, he is a wholly unique thing. Perhaps it was once human, but it shed its human flesh a long time ago. Also, the picture for this thing is fucking horrifying.
So
Shit.
we're dealing with the bug version of Voldemort.
Share with the class.
Worse. I'm not
Share-
sharing with you yet.
Share
Fuck you.
with the class.
It is more like the bug version of Tarboffin mixed with the megalomania, and he's not insane. Like, Tarboffin's nuts. He's off his fucking rocker. That's been made clear. This one is sane. This one knows what it's doing, how to do it, when and why, and I'm not sure if that's worse or better.
So Tarboff
Um,
is Tarboff is the Riddler, and the other guy is the Joker. Got it.
like, I don't understand. No, the Joker is somebody that's literally clinically insane.
But also
Like,
knows exactly what he's doing.
debatable.
Are we still there with him?
I think we were heading.
I'm
back.
sorry, what were you saying? I just had a fucking PTSD moment. What?
I was asking if we were still there with him.
You are currently.
I say at some point. Is there class today or?
No, that'll be in the next session.
All right. So after we are done here, Corvin would probably try and drag whoever would want to assist in trying to find or see if anything could be found from those fucking books that were fucked with in the library.
Okay. So you're going back to the Gremlin and Silverfish infested area?
Yep.
Okay, well, Zuma waves you all off if
Yeah.
you're leaving.
Amelia wants to
Anyway.
go make money. Because now
Well, you could do income rolls in a minute,
Yeah.
so...
cause now she really wants to cut that fucking egg in half.
I wonder if I can give the egg psychological trauma.
Can we give the egg psychological drama?
Don't know.
One way to find out.
Make it so it never wants to hatch.
Just
Oh.
spam cast days on it.
Oh, that's why he's like that.
You
Huh.
found out something about the King of Biting Ants.
Why the fuck do I feel like
Our DM is plotting.
I feel like I've seen reference to something that composes its body of vermin, and I don't know why.
There are multiples. Well, it's more common in Dungeons
The
and Dragons.
boogeyman.
It's more common in Dungeons and Dragons, and also Nightmare Before Christmas. But
And-
Yeah, the
and-
boogeyman.
And also Bram Stoker's Dracula.
oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, ugh.
Viewers, remember this moment. This moment where the DM says that's really bad. This will come back to haunt us later. This moment right here.
He's awesome. Great. Good. I like that. Love that for me. Ah!
Okay.
Sheesh.
Okay, so tree something letter.
Excuse me, what now?
Tree Stump Library.
Okay, cool, awesome. Activate map. Yeet. Okay. So,
Going to
Where
remind
you
everybody
touch-
of what the fuck all is probably still here, for one.
you walk in here and, the gremlins are up and about.
They're awake.
Yeah, they're awake. They notice you and proceed to not care.
Yeah, that's a plus.
I'm okay with this.
They are digging through old books, tearing pages out, muddling muddling the fucking words.
Well,
Just-
that's actually a problem.
Yeah, mild problem.
Considering that's what these particular gremlins do.
Yeah.
So, suggestions, solutions?
We can bribe them.
What do you got in mind?
Well, I got told not to do something because it hurts the fish.
Well, we're not torturing small animals.
I don't see a fucking river anywhere nearby.
Oh, so it's okay.
Hey.
So it's okay for me to do it to these ones.
It's entirely dependent on how they react.
Hey. Excuse me. Hey.
Are you saying that to the gremlins or just the
Yeah.
party in general?
Say that to the gremlins.
A few of them look over, look you up and down, and then proceed to ignore you.
Wait, could you stop doing that? We kind of need that information intact, please.
Do they listen?
I
Do
can
they
roll a
care?
diplomacy.
I mean, yeah, you can roll a diplomacy.
Totally helps with this diplomacy check.
So will I.
How are you helping? How are you two helping me? The
Okay.
goblin and the vampire.
Okay, fine, and I will help with an intimidation. How about that?
I'm not intimidating.
You don't have to be.
oh. Look at these little shit goblins.
That means they have functional insights.
Oh, congratulations. You managed to catch the attention of the Skrit and stop them from gnawing and destroying some of the books. Several of them kind of stop what they're doing and skitter across the thing to come closer to you and be like, yeah? Why do you want the information so bad? What's it to ya?
Damn, I was hoping to hear the script voice.
I am not Guild Warsing this.
Oh, well, we're trying to save the world.
You and every other student that comes in here and tells us, don't eat the books, don't pry open the crate in the back, don't eat the school supplies.
Wait,
I'm-
what's this about a crate in the back?
Shh, quiet. I mean, we took
It's just
that
some stupid crate we can't open.
Gordis is gonna hold up one of them lobster rolls from earlier.
I mean, he's gonna kind of move towards the back and see if she can find certain crates. She has a
Corvin's just
rare key.
scratching his chin in thought.
Maybe we can help you open the crate in the back. And then you can stop eating the books?
Roll a diplomacy. Again.
I open.
Alright, you get a +1 to your diplomacy.
I will assist by offering the lobster roll to these fucking gremlins if
Amelia.
they cooperate.
Yeah. Do I get a plus for the lobster roll offer?
Yeah, you add a +2 to your already set modifiers.
Let's be like, well, everybody's trying to save the world. If what we do not inevitably stop comes to happen, you won't have any of this to fuck with.
Combined with the delicious smell of the lobster rolls, and realizing that, yeah, if the world kind of eats shit, they will starve to death. They look from each of you and just go, fine, but we want something to replace the books to eat. And then their eyes like all fall on Gordis, who has all the lobster rolls.
I did say I was going to give these if cooperation is
Oh
there.
no. Oh no. That's not what we mean. If you want us to stop eating the books in this library, period, food.
Okay.
They want you to feed them in replacement for not touching any more of the books.
Looks like you're gonna have to have a talk with Lamusi.
Seems like it.
So enjoy that, by the way.
And she looks at him. Now, where was this crate again? Which room?
One of the lazier of the gremlins kind of like picks his ear and just like thumbs to the back. In the back room. It's all full of beds and junk and weird screaming books.
Okay. It is moving. Which?
They'll be given their lobster.
The very back
rolls.
room. The very back on the bottom.
The one that Wobbles was in last time.
The one that he went surfing in. Okay. This one. Okay, do we see this crate in here?
Yes. But it is something that has already been dug through. Wobbles already dug through that
Yeah.
room.
It is
So.
moving. Okay. Oh, so this was last time.
You do hear slight wailing in the room, but it's just in the room. It's not coming from a particular place. It's
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah, she quirks her brow at that and tries to listen
Hold on,
in.
I'll show you all the sounds because I like to cause pain.
I'm just thinking of the sound in the spirit box and demonologist. Not demonologist, ghost watchers.
I'm just gonna post this in our chat.
Yep.
Based on
Amelia is going to ask but go ahead.
I was just gonna say to anybody that hasn't wandered back there to investigate the box, Corbin will try and give an idea of what the hell they're looking for based on those 3 books.
Are you telling them what you're actually looking for?
Yes, that's what I was meaning. Like any remnants of those books that were kind of
Do you
botched.
tell him of the increasingly loud wailing that is coming from this goddamn fucking room?
Well, the first thing she's gonna do is try to speak to this increasingly loud wailing and ask if it actually speaks, and she's gonna actually ask that actually in Necril. We're gonna speak Necril.
Well, roll fucking diplomacy, bitch. Ow, my fucking fingy popped.
Well, don't do that.
And it won't hurt.
Well, damn. Things really hit me today.
It doesn't respond.
Huh.
Except for moving away and getting louder.
But she can clearly tell which direction it's moving.
Yes, you can.
Still in the room.
Yes. It's gone into this corner of the room.
Which one said it? Oh.
This corner of the room.
Why won't you speak to me? He's still asking in Necril.
It's just screaming at this point.
Puts her glasses on. The detect magic
Oh, the
glasses.
detect. Oh yeah, the constant detect the heightened detect magic.
Detect magic, 4th level.
Okay, let me refresh my memory what that does.
Detect magic. Detect magic, 4th level.
I know. I just
Oh.
have to read what 4th level. Pinpoint the source of the highest level magic in precise sense. You don't know the exact location. Oh, okay. What would a haunting be considered magic or like psychometric stuff?
Depending on the kind of haunting, I'd imagine.
Well, Pathfinder has like an entire system for hauntings. Is the reason why I'm like, is it magic or is it? Eh.
I mean, that sounds like something people would actually study on. Is the soul itself magic?
Actually, I'm not gonna spoil that. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck around, find out. Anyway, I'm gonna say for this because of how souls are said to work in Path Builder, like in lore, that it is both magical and like a metaphysical thing because it leaves psychometric imprints, but also can be used to power magical devices. So you can see her. She's like in the chair, head in hands, just inconsolably scream crying.
He will like kneel down in front of her and look dead at her. And she goes,
Roll me a will save.
I will say. Willpower.
Wait, did you look dead at her?
I looked directly at her.
You look dead at her. Offensive.
Yes, she big fucking did.
What the fuck is with these 9s and 8s today? Like,
Uh, she only like you look into her eyes and they are bright like white. Um, she continues to wail.
We gotta stop that wailing or else no one will be able to study here, ever.
So you can recall knowledge, occultism, religion, use bardic lore, or any other specific lore that you have. But the DCs are 38 and 36 respectively.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
None of us are hitting those.
Nope.
Well, if
So
you work
Corbin
to...
still just, huh?
Well, roll me what you have, and I can give you fucking hints.
Okay.
Also, as you get closer, Corbin, you can fucking hear it. And I'm going to post her picture in the chat.
Oh, 8, 9, 10. Okay. My dice
You
are
got
fuck.
double
Yay!
digits. Yeah.
My dice are fucking broken. 8, 9, 10. Okay.
God, fuck Corvin rescue! Bitch! Corvin, you know exactly what this bitch is. Like, you kind of got, like, under the thing, but you are pretty fucking sure you know what this is. And you know how they're formed, more importantly. This is a banshee.
Oh, lovely.
They are created one of the most tragic. They are one of the most tragic undead. A soul so racked with agony and fury over a betrayal that in life that in death it lingers as a great evil. Um, Most of those who become banshees are not evil in life. and it only deepens the tragic theme. Many elven adventurers see it as their duty not only to put these banshees to rest, but to right the wrong that saw their creation in the first place.
Hmm. Based on anything visible, are there any context clues as to what may have transpired on the spirit? Like,
Roll me a perception. If all of you are looking for it, roll me a perception. But yeah.
Hold on.
Gotcha.
Somebody would need to, kind of tell everybody it's a fucking banshee, but
I'm relaying it as I'm fucking processing it.
So you notice that this particular banshee has a set of deep purple, angry wounds around her neck that almost glow in the shape of handprints.
Oh.
Would I know in terms of anything in regards to past looking them up or anything? The easiest way to handle them?
Do you want to recall knowledge occultism again?
Yeah.
So we can all see these handprints?
Yes. You know that the quickest and best way to deal with a banshee is not to dispatch them, because their pain and wrath will only see them
hey, you. Snow Kitty.
respawn eventually.
Mhm.
But putting them to rest and putting them to rest fully by righting a wrong that is the reason that they were created is the best and fastest way to permanently yeet a banshee.
What were you saying, Azzy?
Well, I was asking if everybody could see these handprints on her that looked like someone choked her to death.
If they hadn't, I would have pointed them out.
So still looking.
Yeah, I said yes.
Yeah. Well, still looking at her because she's like scared at this point. If she stops looking at her, she's gonna disappear. But she asks her again in the krill, "Did someone hurt you?"
Roll me fucking diplomacy.
I don't
Mostly
think
because
I'm
I
with
want to
that.
torment you.
Of course you do, because my dice like to count up now, 8, 9, 10, to see if I get into fucking 11 this time. Oh wow, a 13, close enough.
She finally looks up at you, and for a moment ceases her wail, um, and points to the opposite end of the room, where near Corbin is standing. There is a tattered old diary next to Corbin on the very moth-eaten couch.
Scooping it up and trying to filter through it.
TLDR, this woman was in love with a powerful mage. A powerful mage that had a very, very mean streak. A mage that you all know and have fought. Not only did this man's commit genocide on a group of Fae, but as it turns out, couldn't contain his wrath for his fellow students and, unfortunately, his fiancée. Before he was tasked with clearing out the gremlins, he and her had gotten into a horrible fight. And she was distraught about it, and, according to the diary, she had plans to make amends. Apparently, this did not go well, as she is dead.
Yeah, based on that, going to relay the bare minimum of it so it doesn't like incur some traumatic reaction from the spirit, but also in hopes that it understands common, going to approach and try and say, for what it is worth, I understand that things went poorly for you, but he will not be causing anyone any more harm.
Amelia is translating this into Necreal.
Roll me a diplomacy from both of you. You both get a +5 because you're both rolling basically the same diplomacy. Hell yeah. Amelia?
I'm rolling.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Prentice.
She looks up from her her sobbing and sniffles. Um, her eyes start to clear a little bit, and she goes, "Is he really gone?"
Just give a slow nod.
Oh,
Yep, continue.
no. You want to say, yeah, he's definitely gone. We made sure of it.
Uh, it takes a minute, but her cold, chilly, icy demeanor and her color fades into the vibrant colors she had in life. Um, her dress, which is once a solid azure color, turns into various colors of blues and purples and golds and greens. And she looks like she did in life. And she thanks you before a very obvious psychopomp flaps through the window, lands next to her on the couch, and says in a very calm and dapper demeanor, "It's time to go." And they leave.
Hmm.
Well, all right then.
Amelia just like blinks, takes her glasses off, like rubs her eyes, and then looks back. That did just happen, right?
For future reference, the psychopomp that you saw was a crow with a plague doctor's mask.
Again, that just happened, right?
Yes, and I feel like by the end of this, it's going to be the least strange thing that we've seen. But
Okay.
he's
I
gonna
think
just,
we did good though.
yeah, it's something. I wouldn't necessarily say it was good, but necessary. He's just walking back out into the room and just getting back to trying to find those fucking pages or books or whatever's left.
Give me a few rolls. Perception, specifically.
Amelia is still looking for this into this crate that we opened the last time, apparently.
It's empty. Like I said,
Oh,
Wobbles already went through it.
Oh, okay. So we already got one.
So, you
Now,
managed to find one of the books.
in what condition?
It's not been touched by gremlins. Or, weirdly, the silverfish. But it is tattered. Pages are dog-eared. Um, some of the text has been underlined in what you suppose used to be red ink, but is dried to a weird browny coppery color. Um,
Sort of
the
like what
book,
happens to dry blood.
yeah, what happened to this book, you can only guess, but it's intact if a little worn. Some of the letters are fading.
All right. So that's one down. He's which one? What? For sake of brevity, I'm not gonna ask which fucking one it is right this second, but he's gonna let the others know we
It's the
found that.
it's the companion to the gateway compendium.
All right, he'll call out saying they found that one, but that they still need to keep an eye out for the other two.
All right, all of you roll me 2 more perceptions.
She puts her glasses back on when she does this. Like,
All of us.
There's yes, all of you. There's quite a few glowing things in here, but I don't think they're the main books. Okay, good. Good, awesome, great. Jesus Christ. So Wubbles, you find one in part of the library. Corvin, you find another one in the part of the library. Just scroll up, goddamn. And Amelia, you managed to find not one of the books probably, but a interesting book.
but that was
Uh,
one of my rolls. Or the second.
Gorgeous did roll a 19.
Rolled a 19 and a 17.
Yeah, Gordis finds one. You each find one of the books. Amelia finds an account of Sir Kobenneth and his escapades throughout Galarian. And that's all Amelia finds.
Uh-huh.
Corvin, you managed to find the second companion book to the Cult Primer.
Gotcha.
And Wubbles, you managed to find the companion book to the Stone Primer.
Nice. What's this do?
It allows you to basically what these companion books are is they're expansions to their originals, and they give more detailed information than their primers do.
I see.
So congration.
So in other words, we should probably get this back to at least drop it off for the Gulu. Yeah.
Nearly will bring up that he did say he can restore books in these conditions.
I hope so at the least.
And you should probably know about that whole thing that
Yeah.
And I need to inform someone about the gremlin's feeding habit. Changes.
She just looks at Gorgeous. Look at that.
Fun!
I mean, they'll probably be happy the rest of these books in here ain't gonna get eaten.
That's true. Oh, that hurt. That sneeze hurt.
Actually, now that I think of it, I'm gonna run back to these gremlins and ask, which one of you's in charge?
That would be this one. He raises
What's
his
his
hand
name?
lazily.
What's your name?
Scratches.
Scratches. I'm
Yep.
gonna talk to some people about this little arrangement. See
Oh,
if we can
good.
get something set up.
We could finally get something to eat besides these shitty old books.
I mean, I gave you those rolls.
Well, yeah, but that's not gonna last us for very long.
Well, yeah, it's a good faith payment.
Side.
Your turn.
I was gonna say side question. This is directed towards the gremlins. There was a book that was being used as a nest of sorts in the other room. Is
You
there?
mean the hornet nest?
Yeah. How willing would any of you be to help us get rid of that nest and collect those pages?
I'm not touching that. All of the gremlins are like, no! It's a hornet nest!
Didn't hurt to try. Didn't hurt to try.
Hey, imps, want to make a quick $20?
Jesus Christ.
Also, 20 coins is 20 coins.
God
All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay. Fun.
Back to the auditorium.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm waiting on
Okay.
you guys.
No, we're
Back to
heading
the
back to the
auditorium.
auditorium.
Okay.
I thought Discord wanted to be difficult.
I just didn't hear anything you guys said, so I was assuming I was just waiting.
Oh.
Guess Discord had a fucking heart attack.
Wouldn't be one of my streams without a technical issue.
Hey, we've been doing really well so far.
Yeah,
True.
there hadn't been a one yet this time.
What are you talking about? We just had one. Discord crapped out.
Also,
Other
I
than
found
that.
something pertinent to your orc, arcane, so I'm just gonna... Anyway, so we are in the Tireless Hall.
We head on up to seek audience to return the books.
Wait, first.
Okay.
First. Is Corey Day awake?
Yes, she is awake and she is back in her own
Okay.
office.
It has been blocked, barred off, and has a do not disturb sign hanging from the door.
Probably yes, but instead of the sign that says "Do not disturb," it says "Go away."
That tracks.
And just to make it worse, there is a sock on the doorknob.
Oh, gross! Ew. Yeah.
But as we're coming up, he's just calling out. Less trauma this time, more of a delivery. We found the missing pieces, as it were.
Alright. Takulu extends out his hand to take the books.
Yeah, maybe just puts hers down first. Like, maybe this person ran into the cult. No idea.
And Takulu takes that book as well and goes, "I will attempt." And then he looks at that book and goes, "Do you know who Soko Beneth is?"
Nope.
Oh,
He's
God.
Nocticulia's brother.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh, Seeley, I know exactly who the fuck that is.
Whose brother?
Nocticulia.
And
So
that is.
the Redeemer God.
So she's just looking at him like, so this book is spicy.
Well, considering he's the god of... How do I say this without sounding lewd?
Lust.
He's the god of sexual and hedonistic gratification. And he is the brother of Nocticulia.
She
He
hands.
is also called the Silken Sin. So,
She holds her hand back. I'll take that back. Like,
yep,
Congratulations,
you keep
and
it.
porn.
You just keep that. I don't want to read a diary of his conquests. No, thank you.
she's already her like gears are already turning. And then she goes, Am I needed here anymore?
No,
I have money to make." And then she kind of like
you go do that.
puts the book like in a pouch for later. Like,
Oh,
Also, for the curious, this is what the man's looks like.
oh Jesus Christ. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay.
Can I just say what everyone's thinking?
Annie,
What?
are you okay?
Well, a mixture of that, but would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
I hate it. Hate it. Hate all of it. Hate every single bit of it.
Question
Am-
followed by a
Amelia-
dramatic pause.
Amelia
and then
answers this question. Yes.
Dramatic pause, and then you hear off in the distance, hee hee.
How was that?
Amelia is
I don't
totally
know,
gonna
it's
read this
weird.
book.
Cool. Awesome. Great. Hate that.
Takulu,
Yes.
the gremlins in that library.
Oh, goodness.
She also calls back, "You're talking to the wrong person," and leaves.
Well, he is a person of authority, and word does need to be
Should have
spread
an
rather fast.
idea.
Yeah. Their leader, Scratch. Scratches? I already forgot
Yes.
their fucking name.
One of the two. Yes. Whatever.
They were chewing on the books in there, and
Ah.
they've agreed to stop if they are given food.
Well, I suppose it's a pretty decent exchange, considering. Did they specify as to what food?
Well, I gave them something I made earlier today. So, food from the kitchen. Anything that isn't, quoting, shitty books.
Nice. I hate that. Well, at least those books are safe-ish now. So there's that. That's about as hopeful as the thing that I can hear of today. And then he looks at Corbin and goes, "Could you not flashbang myself or Miss Ulawa for the foreseeable future, please?"
For what it is worth, the last time you asked for a warning, you were given a warning.
You didn't warn poor Corday.
That wasn't me. And he looks back to Amelia.
Who's not there anymore conveniently.
God
reading
damn
her
it!
smut. She's off reading her smut.
I think she went off to read the porn.
She actually went off to make her 15,000 gold, but yeah.
God fucking, I hate all
With
of
dramatic
everything. Thanks.
retellings of the porn god.
Amelia makes money with barred tales of this god.
Sin. None of you are free from sin.
Says the person who gave us the book.
Papa
it was
was a
just as a
rolling
weird
stone.
fucking thing to pop up. Leave me alone.
I mean, she is her
I
father's
only
daughter.
sold. I only sold the psychopaths the gun. What they do with it is their business.
Exactly. Me regretting my decision immediately.
Totally not.
Okay.
Totally not Amelia planning on some experimentation with a certain somebody.
I don't want to hear it! I don't want to hear a damn thing about it!
No, you don't want to hear it, but since you RP that character amongst every other character in the story, congratulations.
I hate you. I hate all of you. Fuck
Ignacci's
you.
gonna be violated in so many different ways.
This character is
You
so...
say violated, that man does not know what that term means.
He really does
You-
not.
You say that, but you just handed Azzy the Divine Kama Sutra.
Yes.
Ah!
Yes. Yes. Yes, he did.
Stop flashbanging me with words!
Hey, Ignacy, did you know there's a spell in here that makes it detachable?
I hate you. I hate it. I hate it. I hate all of it. I hate every single one of it. I
It even
hate
has a
it.
suction cup on the end.
I don't.
I had made
Please.
reference to Ignacy being into pegging like a few sessions back, and now it's coming full circle.
I regret my decisions.
Next session, he's going to be walking with a limp. Calling it now.
Hey,
Okay.
Ignacy, what happened?
That is the end of this session. It is 11:40. Don't y'all have a fucking bedtime?
No, we're fucking heathens just like you.
Ugh.
You aren't the only one with
Make it
insomnia.
end. Make it end.
Okay. What's my earned income? How do I do earned income?
What are you trying to do? And you roll the associated skill.
She is going to see the Tempered Sun, so she doesn't know what she's doing yet.
Oh, okay, cool. So, I'm gonna wait until next time to do that.
Okay.
Next time on Dragon's Ball P, the DM gets flashbanged again.
After he gives us the ammo to do it.
Listen, you hand us the ammo, you hand us the gun, and you're just like, I wonder
It
if
was a
happens.
tongue-in-cheek thing. It wasn't
Yeah,
supposed to be
yeah.
used against me like that.
I wonder whose tongue got put in his cheek in that book.
All of you are degenerates. None of you are free from sin.
Shall I once again remind everybody that I'm also broadcasting to YouTube, so I am going to have to mark my videos now age appropriate.
God,
Getting detached. We
I hate everything.
We hope you've had a great night listening to us, everyone.
Ugh.
My audience just realized we are all heathens. Okay.
It's
I'm gonna
been
go
long
bury
enough to
myself in
know
the
that
backyard.
Everyone here should have known what this was.
There's a reason why I have not gone into detail about what she does with Ignacy. Okay.
because we all know.
No, you do not know. But that'll be your own headcanon, I guess.
I'm just going to assume teeth are involved.
And I forgot to change the channel back to the gaming channel to look at the map when we came back. So we're back on the main. We've been on the main channel the whole time, and none of my audience members actually reminded me that I was looking at the wrong screen. You all are bad. Like,
Get fucked.
well, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. They got to just look at my beautiful background and, you know, here in my room.
I'm going to go throw myself into the ocean.
Are you gonna swim with the druids? Is that what's happening?
Yes, I'm going to become fish.
Become fish, get caught, get dragged backwards in the water. Okay.
Which
And
episode of
surprise.
Finding Nemo is this?
Surprise, it's Corvin who fucking hooked you.
To be
Then
fooled for
Amelia just tortured you for some reason.
To be food for these gremlins that we now have to feed.
Okay, so this is the end of the session. It is 11:44, and I am tapped out.
we have successfully traumatized our DM once again on this channel. Shenanigans were once again guaranteed, so I hope everybody has had fun with shenanigans today. Again.
What's our XP gain for this?
I'm going to
You
show you
didn't.
one thing.
Yes, I'm a dork. I know, we're all dorks.
I can assure you one thing: in that book, there are no tap outs.
I'm going to incinerate myself.
Closing remarks. Next time, we know that Amelia is going to try to make money because she's convinced that she will get this Vorpal Rune. And we know that somebody's going to suffer, whose name we won't mention, who starts with an I, ends with an I. So,
Or I'm gonna suffer.
The Divine Kama Sutra has been unleashed.
we know that they now have the means to record somebody's visions, so he should not have to flashbang anyone anymore. Hint. And we know that we're going to have a study group of 3 every night from now on. For a certain book. Not the comics. Nope. I'm going to be good. I'm being good. So, any closing remarks from our cast?
Remember, ladies and gentlefolks,
Do
when
not
you are
say
the
that
DM,
again.
You are the choosing. As a DM, you choose your own undoing.
I'm sorry we didn't go fishing today.
Don't worry. There's plenty of time to go fishing for you one more time, Wobbles.
One of these sessions, Wobbles is going to be the bait.
I just got called a cute dork. Cutie dork.
What about you, Goblin? Got any final words?
You have 3 minutes.
I mean, somehow I managed to bribe gremlins with fucking lobster rolls, and Amelia found porn, so there ain't much for me to say.
Well, technically, you invented lobster rolls. That's you.
Well, if you have not learned anything about Amelia yet, then you were not paying attention.
She really wants that 15,000 GP.
Yes.
By any means necessary.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm inventing new food. She's going to invent a sexy podcast in Pathfinder.
She's gonna invent OnlyFans.
A sounding stone exclusive.
Implants in all of your rooms so you never miss an episode.
Wait a minute, is it called a sounding stone?
Oh.
I'm leaving this conversation. Goodbye.
All right, good night.
That being said, good night, everyone. We will see you next week or tomorrow for our scary games. So, see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.